Pat was a style living hairdresser who lived in Sandusky, and he was very famous and, of course, had all the rich women as customers. I learned actually from his friends, Pat's living friends who are all gentlemen, and they told me how he held a cigarette, they told me how he walked. I didn't invent it very much because it is a very special story. I didn't want it to act. I worked for 30 years with Lars von Trier and made many films with Lars von Trier, and his favorite word is always, don't act. So it's not easy not to act, especially when, like me, when you work 50 years in making movies, not to act. But in this film, and the movie starts in a retirement home, so I demanded that I was living there for 2 days before the film started. So I knew the bed, I knew every drawer, what's in it, and I stood by the window watching the birds for hours. So I prepared myself. Then 2 days later, the camera came in with the director, and we shot the film. We shot the movie in 18 days, which is not much to shoot a feature. When I was younger, it would have been impossible if somebody would have said to a woman, you can marry your girlfriend, or to a man, you can marry your friend. People would have said, what? You must be crazy. And now they can. Like I always said, in the time when I grew up, which is the story of Pat, people went to a special bar. They had to look left and right if nobody saw them going in. Today, 2 boys are kissing at McDonald's, and nobody cares. The time changed. Was interesting. I'm a generation when a few friends, actors, died of AIDS, and because there wasn't any medication. Today, luckily, the people who get infected, they take 1 pill a day and they live. That's what interested me at the film, to go in my age back to a place when I was young and I was performing in the nightclub and knowing all the people. I hope a movie will never change me in my life. I made 50 years of movies, and I'm a lucky actor. I work with the best directors in the world, so like Wim Wenders, Herzog, Lars von Trier, Gus von Sant, everybody I worked with. When I was younger, I liked the attention, of course. When people said, you are the actor, right? Mm-hmm. You're great. Thank you. I was born at the end of the war, and in a very simple circumstances, with my mother alone, and that was still the war. There was nothing to eat, and I was forced vegetarian because we had no money, so I got soup all week, bean soup, potato soup, all the soups were healthy. I'm fit. I didn't want to be an actor. When I was 19, I went to England to learn English because we didn't have money for high school. So I learned English in London, Oxford Street, and I was discovered for a movie. And I said, I don't know how to do that. I said, leave it at us. So I made my first movie, and I was very photogenic, and 19. And then the magazine wrote a new phase of cinema. I started learning. I was lucky that I worked with amazing actors, and I was just watching them, and I was learning from them. So then I worked with great directors. So it takes time, but I like it because, you see, nobody forced me to be an actor. If I wouldn't be an actor, I would be a gardener. I like animals, and I'm a lucky man. That's all I can say. I'm doing now there what you saw this morning. I play a hairdresser, and now I play with Al Pacino. Next week again, a very evil Nazi, a very strong Nazi. And I'm 94 years old, 3 hours makeup every day. In my life, I played a lot of villains and vampires. I was Dracula, I was Frankenstein, I was, but when you live in America and you have a German accent, you are bad. So you are a good villain. When you say, Achtung, Achtung, So they like the villain. They liked the German accent because it was so horrible what happened in Germany during the war. So people cannot forget this. So whenever you have a German accent, they go like a little nervous. And then, then I go and work in my garden, play with my dog. I have a beautiful dog. Her name is Liza Minnelli. And I have turtle, that big. Her name is Han Solo. So I live with Liza and Han Solo and feed them and have a good time. And then I have a lot of palm trees. I water my trees and I tell them the story. And I water them and they say thank you because they're very green. And being green and beautiful is the way they're saying thank you.